What's up, Waller, man?
Bro, life is good, man. I'm hanging out with you guys in Vegas, bro. It's not bad. It's not bad. You know what's funny is that until like not even 48 hours ago, I wasn't even supposed to be here. So you were like, yo, let's do it. I said, so let's go.
Let's go,
so,
man.
I mean, this.
And we made plans for you to come here before we even knew that, that like, what's it called, what's his name? Fresh and Fit were even coming to Vegas.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we're gonna buy some, we're gonna make some moves.
We're gonna make some big money moves.
We're gonna.
Waller only makes big moves. Like, that's all he does, bro.
This is like last time I was here. You're like, you were like, how much you want to spend? I'm like, this much. And then you open and you're like, bro, you got a bag. And I felt like I was strong. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, you have a serious bag. And I'm like, but I can't really act like, it's because I'm a crypto pro. I just come hang out with you guys, learn what I have to learn, listen to the right people. You know, it's like asking George Gammon about T-bills.
Right.
I had a whole conversation with George last week about T-bills.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? And like when it does this, and then they got to sell back and why and the yield and all this stuff, and like really getting deep into that. And I feel like I do the same thing with you. And I think that's a really important thing in life because you're never gonna I'm never gonna understand crypto like you two.
Yeah. It's like it's one of those things where it's like it's just another income stream.
And we have Charlie here too.
Yeah. Just whatever.
Yeah, maybe
I'm just a local boy.
This guy's kind of important, maybe. Yeah, kind of important.
Well, we'll talk about some other stuff, but like to your point there, right? It's like one of those things where it's like people like sometimes when they think about investments, they think about it as like, oh, I have to run it like a business, and it's like. Not exactly, right? It's like you have to take care of it, right? But that base of momentum and knowledge, right? It takes some time to form that. Once you get that, like you need a basic understanding of what you're investing in so you're not investing in crap, right?
Right.
But then once you have that understanding, right, then all you need to do is just spin that momentum wheel, often enough that basically it's kind of like, when you're getting in shape, you're in shape, just stay there, don't deviate. But, and it's another income stream where you can basically have some passive income over the long term. Right. I think that's the key, right? Because a lot of people don't have the patience for it either.
Right. And I want to start this off by saying Waller's a Hexican. Too bad. I'm sorry. Everyone crying.
And I had Richard on.
Yeah.
And then it kind of compounded him from there. And then obviously we did quite a bit.
Yeah.
The last time I was here. And then you called me the other day. I'm like, I'm driving. I'm in the G-Wagon in Miami, leaving Boxer. Just got done working out. He calls me up. And he's like, bro, you're like way up, And I'm like, how much did I put in again? And he told me the number. And I'm like, how much am I up? And I'm like, oh, that's a good day.
Yeah,
that's a good day, man.
That's a good day, baby.
Beautiful day.
That's a good day. It was a good day, man. So, had to come back, learn as much. I feel like I learn a lot. When I come, because I'll sit there and I'll grill him about it. Because no, well, it's really like this or it's really like that or whatever. So it's good. It's always a good time. Plus, Vegas does not suck.
Yeah.
So there's
Vegas is great, and it's like it's one of those towns that's really good at understanding money, right? Yeah. And so like kind of when you come here, it's like I want to make some money in as many ways as possible, right?
And I don't touch a roulette table.
Yeah.
I don't play poker. Somebody asked me yesterday. They were like. It was a girl. She's like, do you play poker? And I'm like, no. Yeah. It was after the show when we're outside.
Right.
She's like, do you play poker? And I'm like, no. And she's like, why not? It's so fun. I'm like, I don't want to know. It's the same reason I will never take cocaine.
Right.
I'm scared I will like it.
Yep.
Right. For that reason, I don't want to play poker. I don't want to take cocaine. I don't want to play that is to me true gambling, right?
Yep.
This I feel like is a little bit more based. I know people say, and I'd be interested to hear y'all's opinion on this, but people say that when you go into the stock market and you put money in the market that you're gambling.
Yeah.
How much of that do you think is true, or how much do you think diversification with like a low yield expectation is not gambling versus it being gambling?
Right. I mean, if we're talking about like getting into a 401k, getting the match on a 401k or something as your job, that's not gambling, that's investing. Buying an ETF of like S&P 500 or the Nasdaq or something, that's not gambling, right? That's just investing. But it all depends on the level of education that you have in that arena. For most people, if you're getting into crypto outside of just buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're gambling. Because you don't know what you're doing, right? Now, I mean, after a while, you eventually learn it up and stuff. But the thing is like in crypto, there's like once you actually know, once you actually know what you're doing, right? Investing into a coin isn't gambling, but what ends up being is like if you're fucking buying Dogecoin Elon, or Safe Moon, or you're buying buy like what we call them shit coins, right? If you're buying these scratcher tickets, man, like that's gambling. Because like even in this, even when you know a lot of stuff, you actually sometimes still can be gambling in terms of like, I'm buying into this coin right here, and I hope it goes up, but like I think it's pretty much a scam.
And that's another thing. So like, have you ever heard the statement that there's more lies told in an Excel spreadsheet than anywhere else in the world? And like when I'm looking at let's say, and I'm not huge in the stock market either. Like I like real estate and I like businesses. Businesses give big returns for me.
Yeah.
That's what I know. But if somebody's looking at a business and a P&L and a balance sheet and projections quarterly and all these different things and all these different market trends that they think are going to happen, so they think they're going to have this huge yield. To me, even if you're very, very competent, you still don't know. You know, like Ray Dalio. So I was at Tony Robbins' Business Platinum Finance. Jamie Dimon spoke.
Oh, nice.
And Ray Dalio spoke. And the consensus that was said is they talked about all these different things, and they said if you're truly, truly competent, what you know is at the end of the day, you don't actually know.
Yeah, well, the more you know, the more
saying?
you don't know.
Right.
You know,
or like how much you can't predict the future, really.
too.
It's kind of what they meant. But because they're like, well, it should do this, but then there's been guys guessing that we're going to hit the bottom or like have a really bad recession for like the last 18 months at least. And these guys are smart.
Yeah, I forgot the author, but there's a really good book. One of our buddies we work with, he's basically like a physics major, kind of like one of those quant type guys or whatever. I call him the human calculator.
We got a Black Ops in the background. We don't talk about these, ladies and gentlemen. we got some men in the shadows. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but anyways, like. He recommended this book. I forgot the name of the author, but it's called Chaos. It's basically just about chaos theory, right? And one of the things that they say, especially about financial markets, is like it's just as hard, if not harder, to predict than the weather. And it's like a controlled chaos because there's a patterns that you can find to it, and you can make some sort of guesstimates, educated guesses. But you're right. Yeah. The more you know, the more you don't know. The more you know, you don't know. And like if you get to that point, right? All you can do is start making educated bets in the right direction. And this is, that's where risk management comes in. And this is the thing when we talk about the crypto mindset course with our guys, my hope and dream would be that everybody listens to the risk management portion of the webinar, but it tends not to be the most entertaining portion of what we teach, right? But it is absolutely the most crucial portion of knowledge. And what DCC was saying there was knowledge is key. If you don't have knowledge, then everything's a gamble. Yeah. Right. But the more knowledge you have and the more educated guesses you take, the better you do. But like we take bets on coins all the time that, have the majority of the ingredients, but not all of the ingredients. And if they don't have all the ingredients, we still take chances, right?
It's still an educated guess. And then I'm sure what you're probably going over in that portion, and correct me if I'm wrong, but how to hedge it against itself.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Because like, let's face it.
And crypto is a hedge as well.
Right.